Welcome back to another live fishing event with Outdoors with Unc. It's me and Bailey, and we're going to be trying to target yellow perch. I got a rig all set up, got some night crawlers. Get a couple people in here, we'll tell a couple stories. Pretty good day thus far, beautiful day where I live. High of 62 degrees. Hopefully you guys can't hear that chainsaw. My neighbor just bought some property and they're trying to get it cleared off, so I'm not too mad about it. Either that or they're on crystal meth and they like playing with chainsaws. It could go either way, but we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Super simple setup. Just putting a bobber on a worm. Get a couple people in here, maybe we'll tell some stories. Hope you guys had a great Saturday afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot done. The wife left out of town and left me a honey-do list a mile long, but spent the day tinkering on the truck and doing a couple chores. Shout out to that like. Really appreciate it. If you're new, we're live fishing every day, 7 p.m. If you want to jump up in the chat, let me know where you're from, what you like fishing for. I'd be cool with it. Right now I'm kind of targeting yellow perch. And just like that, we got a bite, getting a bite. Wonder if he stole my worm. Went for the hook set, but there was no fish. Hope you guys are having a decent Saturday. Weekend's getting off to a good start. I got my lucky Chihuahua line fur coat. See if we can catch some fish. I'm stoked. Pretty good mood. Got the boat already. Heading out tomorrow. Do a bit of salmon fishing. I live about a mile from the ocean and about 20, 30 miles from the largest river in Washington State, which happens to be the Columbia. I do, Jackson. I think you caught the tail end of the live yesterday. Good to see you up in here again, man. I hope you're having a good Saturday. Something's turning out just right here. Went up and took out. Hey, Giovanni, good to see you. You're always up in here. Nah, man, I got one bite. We just started about 2 minutes ago. We got a bite right now if we can get that hook set. Just toying with me. They're just coming up and pecking at my bait. They don't want to grab it. Yeah, Jackson 567. Perch. Bluegill or bass. It all depends on what's hitting the worm. We're just keeping it simple. Got a bobber, got a worm. Gonna throw it out there. I'm getting hit pretty regularly. Every cast, I'm getting bites. So I'm thinking it's perch, man. Them yellow perch been super active in the backyard pond the last couple days. Getting a bite right now, I just can't. They're just toying with me. I'm going to set the hook and there's no fish there because they're nibbling it. Yeah, they got my worm. I have to rebait. What about y'all? Y'all get out on the water at all today? Oh yeah, I got a call from my mechanic. That's terribly embarrassing when you're on the middle of a live and somebody calls you. That was my buddy. He's my mechanic. He's a good friend. We worked on the truck today. I didn't end up going live, which sucks because I I really like that video, but he's a pretty busy guy. So if he wants to come over and work on the truck for free, I'm not gonna ditch that, or got priorities, man. But no, I didn't end up going live again this morning. In the mornings, I'll typically do gardening stuff. It's my other hobby. I mean, we're just getting crushed. Ooh, failed the hook set. Lots of action tonight. Getting bit again right there. That's good signs. I think we're off to a part. But no, Giovanni, I didn't end up going live again, man. Let's hook up. I mean, we're getting bites every cast. It's pretty promising. They're just toying with it. They're dragging my bobber around. Just trying to seal that worm. There he is. Doesn't feel very big. I'm guessing a sunfish. What do we got? First one of the day. Got a baby bass. Easy there, little fella. Nothing to write home about here. He's all, if I hold him real close, he looks pretty though. He's actually a spot, and trying to cull these out of my pond. But I'm feeling like I'm in a good mood. Pretty generous. I guess I'll just I'll throw him back. I don't, and I'm trying to get those largemouth to fill out in the pond, and I really should have just got rid of that little spot. But he wasn't hurting nobody. You know what I mean? It's a 5-acre pond. Thanks, Jackson. Everything kind of competes for food. And, but the spots have already over. Hey, sorry, my chat doesn't stay up. Hey, Mo from Chirac, buddy. How's it going? How's your Saturday? Did you get out on the water? Like to hear about all those big ass fish you caught. Well, we got the first one checked off our list. Let's see if we can, little spotted bass that I should have killed. Yeah, nothing wrong with sleeping in some days. Going out. Appreciate that, Mo. Heading out to play in the ocean tomorrow. Got the boat all ready. Rigged up my salmon gear. I won't be able to go live from the boat because there's a spotty cell signal in the ocean, but I should be dropping a new salmon fishing video, probably tomorrow or the next day. Hey, what up, Andrea? Hope you're having a good time, man. Miss you. Thanks for coming and visiting. Yeah, going out in the big boat tomorrow. Got to go across the Columbia River Bar. And that is the deadliest bar in the world. You can Google it. They call it the Graveyard of the Pacific. And people lose their life there every year, but it should be pretty calm tomorrow. Wind should be good. Yeah, Jax, I'll do my best. You know, sometimes these lives get a little grainy, but I'm gonna bring a couple good cameras, see if I can get some angles. And I heard they're biting like crazy right now, so hopefully I end up with a couple fish. I'd like to pick up a Chinook. Mr. Pickles, this is a a bar where the river meets the ocean. And if we're talking about like drinking facilities, if you didn't miss last night's story about the gay bar in Tijuana, man. Damn, I'm just getting robbed on these worms. I might have to go pick up a few more. But as far as river crossing bars that go into the ocean, it's one of the worst. And it seems like the Coast Guard wants to check my boat every time. Every time. It seems like I go out, I'm getting boarded by the Coast Guard, and they're like, "Do you have a whistle?" I'm like, "Yeah, I have a fucking whistle. What do you don't you have anything better to do? Like, this is our country's heroes stopping me and asking me if I have a whistle for my boat, flotation devices for everybody on board." Talking a little crap about the Coast Guard, but they actually really do, they saved my ass one time. I was out crabbing in October, November. The months that end in Burr are pretty good crabbing here in Washington State. And I went out with a buddy on his boat because he's old, but he had a pretty nice boat. And we get out there, and he runs over one of the crab lines, fouls the prop, and we're about 50 yards away from the north jetty. And there's 4 to 6 foot swells, which isn't too bad for the bar. And we're getting pushed right into these rocks. And I'm like, all right, we got to fire up that kicker, you know? And he's like, "Oh, my kicker hasn't worked in months." I said, "What do you mean your kicker doesn't work?" So I'm on the back of the boat, hanging off the ass end, trying to cut the line out of the prop. And the prop's we're not talking an outboard, you raise it up. We're talking an inboard prop that's 3 feet underwater with 4 to 6 swells, and I'm bouncing off the back end of the ship. It's all about 45 degrees and fucking raining. And he eventually had to put a SOS out to the Coast Guard, and the Coast Guard comes, picks us up, and drags us back as we were about 25 yards from getting bashed. I'm gonna miss this bite. Let's get him. About getting bashed into the jetty. But yeah, it's dangerous out there on that bar, man. It goes, you know, you can go from calm, you know, like a lake, to like just monster swell, especially if it's like been raining recently. I don't know if we missed him. We got some seaweeds. I'm just tired of getting robbed, so I'm trying to set the hook a little bit more. But I heard the fish are running, so like I'm gonna take my father-in-law. We're gonna go out, give it a shot. The tide isn't until 9 o'clock, but we're gonna leave here around like 6 a.m. because that's just what he does. He's like, "Oh, the tide should be perfect for fishing at 9 o'clock. So if we get there at 6, I guess it don't really bother me. I'm a morning guy anyways, but yeah, pumped. Knocked off my cleaned up my rod, made sure it was ready, put some new reel or new line on there. Heard they've been absolutely crushing it, and I get a little jealous. That's it. Well, the thing is about in the boat, man, my stomach can't handle too much coffee. I get them waves start kicking. You gonna be a dog? Those waves start kicking, and I get a little seasick. I'm not gonna lie. I wish I didn't, but what do we got? We got a fish wrapped around some lily pads. We'll take both. No fish, just lily pads. He got off. Sneaky bastard. Yeah, no, I get a little seasick, so trying to limit my coffee intake and take some Dramamine. It goes hit or miss. Some days I'm just chumming the water, and other days I'm just fine. Like it's no big deal. And I don't know which one it's gonna be. Sorry, trying to keep up on that live chat. That's where I'm at, Mr. Pickles. The days of waking up at anything after 8 o'clock is just non-existent for me. It doesn't matter. I mean, I'll try to stay up, until 11, 11, a late night on the weekends, but I'm still up at, 5:30, 6 o'clock every day. We're getting little bites every cast. I was trying to throw it a little further into the deep spot, hoping to pick up a perch. I'm not too interested in those spots. Dog said to hell with this. I think it's about like 7 something. I don't know, probably like 7:18 p.m. Got a couple hours before sunset, but had a freaking Bambi come through my yard. Totally screw up. I do a lot of gardening, and he totally came through, ate all of my raspberries. I've been growing these blueberry plants for like 3 years, and he went through and grazed on all of that. I wake up and I look out, and there's a I don't know what kind of note you're talking about there, Mr. Giovanni. If you emailed me, I'll check that out in a bit. I think we got him. Yeah, he's fine. I mean, keep losing him. There's some thick brush or weeds or whatever you want to call them right there. And keep losing fish. They're wrapping up in the weeds and spitting out. I'm using a little barbless hook because I'm catch and release. I'm not catch and cook at the moment. Might be a short stream getting down there on my worms. I wish the live chat stayed up, but it doesn't. So if I'm slow responding to you, please bear with me. Mo, like, you can't deny that dude was like a freaking icon, right? If we're going list of WWF, or I think it's WWE wrestlers now, he's got to be near that top of the list, I guess I'm going like Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Stone Cold. You know, those are he lived an interesting life. You know what I'm saying? So if we're talking about him just as like a wrestling icon, yeah, man, he revolutionized wrestling and was a really talented actor, you know? I think there wasn't a kid alive in the 90s who wasn't like part Hulkamania, you know? But if we're talking about like outside of the ring, yeah, Giovanni, we have bullhead catfish. They're typically active at night. And maybe I'll do a nighttime fishing video sometime. But I'm usually in bed by the time it gets dark. So yeah, no, Hulk Hogan was definitely a 90s icon, you know? He was kind of a racist dirtbag outside of the ring who cheated on his wife. But that's not what we talk about when people die. We kind of just remember the good stuff, right? You know, Ozzy Osbourne, he was a talented musician. No, man, we got those brown bullheads. They get maybe half a pound, 12, 13 inches, but they're delicious. They're pretty good to eat. I like them. Some people don't, but I'll take a bullhead catfish, deep fried, properly cleaned, get those little catfish nuggets. Those are pretty good. A little spicy seasoning on there. Wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning with GERD, just hating life. You know, I was never a huge Aussie fan. Like, Catch and Cook Live. Uh, maybe. You know, there's a better spot for cats just up the road, kind of where on the side of the road, honestly. I'd like to do a Catch and Cook. Uh, the only problem with doing it live is like I get spotty cell phone service. So it's if I was gonna do like a perch in the backyard, we could do that. But if I'm going anywhere that I'm not on the Wi-Fi, the video quality just isn't there. I'm trying to up my game a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Man, there's just tons of weeds in this part of the pond. I'm gonna try to move my bobber down up a little bit, get a little deeper on that leader, throw out into the deeper water and see what I can't hit. Yeah, like I was saying, I was never a huge Aussie fan, you know. Uh, just kind of slightly before my time. Yeah, Mo, the problem is like I don't get good cell signal anywhere within 40 miles. There's just one bar, and a lot of these hot spots are just running off of cell phone towers. And I guess I could do Starlink or something along those lines, but I'm too rural, to be honest. It's almost August already. Like, where did this summer go? think on Tuesday I'm gonna take the boat up, do some camping up in the. This pond connects to. I don't know if y'all know this. I'm sure if you've been following it, then you already know. But this pond connects up to like a state forest where there's just nobody, and the only way to get back there is by like a kayak or boat. And I might go do some camping up there for a couple days. I want to try to build like some kind of survival shelter. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna bring my fucking tent, you know, but I'd like to build a survival shelter because there's a pretty cool spot, and I've played around with it a little bit, but I'd like to really build it up, and then maybe do some like overnight camps in the rain. I don't know a whole lot about bushcraft. It's just kind of like an interest. You know what I mean? But like as a kid, I used to go out in the woods and we just called it building forts. Like we didn't call it bushcraft. We just went and built forts in the woods because we were poor and didn't have cable. You know what I'm saying? So this is my neighbor. You guys can't see her. Hey, neighbor kid. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Hopefully that noise canceling mic is working because that dog makes you want to strangle it. Adorable, just terribly, terribly yappy. And I would never hurt an animal or a child, but sometimes, bro, some fucking times. Looking for worms, out of worms. Kids go through them. Came out when the kids were here, and they were just feeding the fish, just throwing the worms into the lake. And I'm like, bro, what are you guys doing? And they're like, oh, they deserve it. So I guess if we're out of night crawlers, yeah, you know, pickles, there are no worms. I live on like literally a sandbar. Saltwater Bay that way, ocean's that way. I'm right here in the middle. I mean, our soil is all sand, and I don't think I think I've dug maybe 2, 3 worms since I've lived here. So we'll do the backup method. Old soft plastic on a Ned rig. See if we can't hook up one of them bass. I actually had a worm farm for the longest time. And you're like, what the fuck is a worm farm? It's just like a composting thing. Yeah, but like I said, the ocean's a mile that way, bro. Who's got time to walk their happy ass a mile? When was the last time you walked a mile, Mr. Pickles? Nah, if we're gonna hit the beach, we'd be out doing some perch fishing. I don't know, maybe you walk a mile every day. I'm sorry to make assumptions. So everybody got planned for tomorrow? Hanging out? You know, I don't know if it's this color of speedworm, but I am having no luck with this pink speedworm lately. I think they've gotten wise to my tricks. We're just dragon salad. I don't know. Well, how long is? We're gonna call it a. We're gonna call it a night. I appreciate the 4 guys up in here. Appreciate everybody. Pickles, Jackson. Thanks for hanging out, man. We're gonna keep it short. I'll probably see you guys tomorrow. I'll let you know how my fishing video went. There's no way I'll be able to edit it tomorrow. I'll be tired, but I'll let you guys know about it on the live. New video coming out soon. Thanks for hanging out. Really appreciate the group of guys we got going on. It means a lot to me. Hope you guys have a great weekend. We'll catch you on the next one. Until then, go outside. It's good for your soul. Peace.